In security matters, the role of cyber in the 2016 presidential race. This past week, Democratic candidates for the nation's highest office shared the debate stage in Nevada. They grappled with important issues like Hillary Clinton's email server, the National Security Agency, and cybersecurity. For more, I'm joined by Tim Starks, cybersecurity reporter at Politico Pro. Tim, let's start with one of the most talked about moments from the debate, an exchange between Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton.
Let me say something that may not be great politics, but I think the Secretary is right. And that is that the American people are sick and tired of hearing about your damn emails.
Thank you. Me too. Me too.
You know?
Yeah, Clinton thanked Sanders for that statement. They shook hands, and the moment ricocheted across the internet. What did you make of it?
As a fan of just political theater, I couldn't help but enjoy it. It's something that very well could buy her a little bit of relief from this issue. It's been something of an albatross around her campaign.
Sure has.
It's something she's done a little bit better damage control on of late. If you look at her poll numbers and her favorability ratings, including with Democrats, they have gone up a little. The problem is that Republicans are definitely going to keep this in the spotlight. So, you know, Tuesday night's audience was very partisan, Democrat favorable people. They are going to be more inclined to be excited by a moment like that than, especially if we start to see things unfold where Republicans find some evidence that this server was definitively hacked and some kind of secrets were leaked.
Well, the second server now in the cloud, the drip by drip emails coming out. Yeah, this could go for quite a while. Now, the candidates also focused on former NSA contractor Edward Snowden and the Patriot Act. Tell us more about that.
Right. Edward Snowden is very popular with some on the left, but he got no love from any of the candidates Tuesday night. All of them said, in some way, shape, or form, that he needs to face a court of law for his NSA leaks. Bernie Sanders was mitigated things ever so slightly by saying he did some good, but he still needs to face some kind of legal ramifications. But when it comes time for some kind of consequences or punishment, that the good he did could be a good mitigating factor for what kind of punishment he faces.
Now, Tim, the issue of cybersecurity was noticeably absent during the first Democratic debate. Former Virginia Senator Jim Webb was the only candidate to raise the issue. Let's listen.
Our greatest long-term strategic challenge is our relations with China. Our greatest day-to-day threat is cyber warfare against this country.
I thought that was a very telling statement. The candidates did not mention big issues like the OPM data breach or the Cybersecurity Information Sharing Act. Were you surprised, Tim, that cyber got little mention?
In a way, it was heartening that it came up at all, keeping in mind it didn't come up at all in any of the 08 Democratic debates. It didn't come up, but barely, if at all, in any debates in 2012. So it's good to see that it's on the map, at least. From the standpoint of whether it deserved more attention, I think it did. I mean, keep in mind, this is something that our nation's intelligence officials are saying is at or near the top of the list of threats we face. And it's got a growing economic ramification as well. So hopefully it's something that the next moderator will bring up at the next Democratic debate.
How did that cyber talk compare to what we heard in the first two Republican debates?
The Republicans were a little bit more interested in putting heat on the Democrats over this issue. So they were not as forgiving as almost everyone was with Hillary Clinton's server. Only Lincoln Chafee still said it was an issue. Everyone else seemed pretty eager to move on. The Republicans have made a big deal out of that during the debates. They also have attacked the Obama administration over China and Russia hacking. That's part of an effort to paint the Democrats as weak on national security. I think the difference was in who they were attacking and how much they were bringing it up and why.
It's got to be more of a sexy issue for it to have any legs and last through the campaign. Do you think it will? I mean, we've got the economy, we've got world events. Where do you put cyber in all of this?
I think it's up there, but I think it's still, you know, one of the things that's happened as far as the political popularity of cybersecurity as an issue for politicians is that more and more people all the time are feeling some kind of impact as a result of being hacked, or someone they know being hacked, or seeing it in the news. So it's growing in popularity and awareness, it's still, I think, very abstract for a lot of people. The people who aren't being affected just kind of vaguely understand that this is something that might ruin lives, that might shut down businesses, and that if you're talking about the worst case scenarios, which as of now are a little far-fetched, might do some serious damage to our nation's critical infrastructure.
Got a good point. It's kind of like the weather. It'll affect somebody else, maybe not you at the particular time. All right, Tim Stark, cybersecurity reporter at Politico Pro. Thanks again, Tim.
Thank you.